Ukhrul was one of the 4 subdivisions of Manipur apart from Churachandpur, Tamenglong and Mao. The subdivision was bounded by Nagaland on the north, the east by Burma, the south by Chandel and the west by Imphal district and Mao. The total population of the subdivision was around 50,000 when the Second World War broke out in 1944 between the Japanese and the Allied forces. This subdivision was primarily inhabited by the Tangkhul Nagas. Education was a significant challenge for the community. There was only one middle English school located in Ukhrul proper with a single graduate and 2 matriculates. After completing the 6th grade at the state school, some became mission pastors or private village teachers. Most people lived in poverty, earning a mere 4 annas a day from the state government as wages. Mr. Young from England was a sub-divisional officer when the World War II began. He was a bachelor at the time, but tragically took his own life after being transferred to Tamenglong. Following his departure, Mr. Shaw took over as the new SDO, while Reverend Brock served as the Christian missionaries during that eventful year. The Tangkhul Nagas strictly adhered to the customary laws, with cases being tried by the village Panchayat. Appeals were taken to the court of the sub-divisional officer. The community celebrated all 4 of the customary festivals: Luira, seed sowing festival in February; Yarra, youth festival in April; Mangkhap, post-plantation festival in July; and Thisham, festival of dead in December every year. The famous topless dance of the unmarried girls was typically held in February every year. This annual dance was not just a form of entertainment, but a way for men to select their future partners. It was common for both men and women to dress in traditional attire, often half-naked, while a small number of Christians and those with some education wore Western-style clothing. The Tangkhul Nagas were largely self-sufficient, relying on staples such as rice and millet. The only surplus crops were maize and sesame seeds, which were partially exported to Imphal, a journey that took 2 to 3 days on foot via the Yangang-Pokpi route. Before 1944, the shadows of colonialism loomed large as the British enforced the practice of forced labor for the construction of roads, camps, and the transportation of bedding from village to village with no remuneration provided to the laborers. There was only one government dispensary for the whole subdivision, staffed by a single doctor and a compounder with limited medicines available. Malaria fever was a common disease. Amid the backwardness, the Tangkhul Nagas, like other Nagas of Nagaland, had a unique tradition of building their dwelling houses. People would build big houses to accommodate the entire family, including granaries and their livestock like pigs, all living together under one roof. Although the living conditions may have been far from hygienic, the outside portion of houses was beautifully decorated, reflecting the rich cultural heritage of the Tangkhul people. During the construction of the houses, the owner would sacrifice buffaloes and pigs to transport heavy stones and timbers for building purposes and decorations to be erected within the compound.